Hi guys, once again a very warm welcome to our another session. Good evening and good afternoon to all of you. It's a really amazing week, and we are basically back with another stream. Welcome to the stream, guys. I welcome you from the financial analyst team. I will be your host. My name is Akash Malhotra, and I'm very thrilled to have you. So, guys, for today. I have a lot of news events for you. Specifically, majority of you might know about this. So today is one of the major economic news event release time. We'll be talking about that in much more detailed manner, but it's lovely to see you. Feel free if you have any question in your mind, drop a message into the comment section and we'll be more than happy to answer all your doubts. Especially for all those traders, all the new traders, guys, let me know in the comment section what do you feel about Olymptrade. So we have been working from a very long time, from last 10 years, and we are trying to give you everything possible from our end to the best of the possible extent, if I may say. Our objective always been as a company to give you the best trading platform and to assist you in making money. That is what our objective has been from a very long time. But in case if you have any difficulties and if you want to share some feedbacks with us, we'll be more than happy to have your feedbacks, and at the same time we will be replying to your concern. So feedback is something on which the product is being built, right? And this is what Olymptrade has been doing from a long time. We are gathering your feedbacks, and based on your feedback, we share a lot of insight news, we analytics, specifically in terms of trading. So these are all there. So, anyways, welcome to the session. Welcome to the stream, guys. As you know, for today, the name of the stream is diving strategy. We'll be taking some live trade using the diving strategy. And before going out, let me know in the comment section. Are you excited for today? Because today is one of the major economic news event day. Within 28 minutes, we will have humongous impact on the candle. That will be a very exciting thing to see. We will talk about the market. We'll talk about the financial market. I have an excellent news for you. May it be fixed time trade, forex trade. So there are a lot of trading ideas that I'll be sharing with you in today's stream. So today's stream is basically, as you all may know, it will be divided into two halves. The very first half we'll be talking about the financial market, and in the second half, we'll be taking some live trade based on the trading strategy itself. I'm excited, especially for today, pumped up. And I was analyzing the market. I will be talking about that in much more detailed manner because while I was observing the market, I was raising a lot of analytical news based on the non-farm payroll. So let me know in the comment section how many of you guys know about non-farm payroll. We have two more comments. Feel free if you have any questions in your mind, and here we are. We'll be happy to assist you. So, Mr. Ron said excited. Yes, sir. I am too excited as well. We'll see how the market really reacts. Mr. Gaganji is also there. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Mr. Gagan. So this is, I think, it's been, I think, more than a year. I have been first time like this is the second time I think. This is the second time that I will be taking a live trade before you, especially on NFP. We'll see where how the data turned out to be because this time I'm very skeptical about the data, how the data will be released and how it will be impacting the market. I was reading an article, so this time there is a good chances that the non-farm payroll will be having higher than the expected rate. So last time around 12,000 jobs were created, and this time I think close to 2 lakhs job would have been created. I mean, this is the safe margin which often tends me to, focus on. And for all those traders who do not know anything about non-farm payroll, it's completely fine. It's one of the major fundamental analysis news. It's been released once in every month on the very first Friday, exactly at 7 o'clock. That is according to the Indian Standard Time, according to your time, plus GMT plus 530. According to your time, it may change a little. But anyways, it's an amazing news. We soon gonna be watching it within 25 minutes or so, and I'm very excited for that. Even though a little nervous because this time I usually tend to analyze the market away before when the data releases. But this time the data seems to be little contradictory, but we'll try to figure it out. I have one plan that I am thinking about of executing, even if the market fails to acknowledge the volatility in the market, and we'll try to execute our trade based on that. So let's start our analysis, right? Let's go ahead with the analytics part. The very first analysis that we will try to do for today is based on one of the best asset, guys. You may all know. For today, I want you to watch very carefully the price of Brent. Now, the value of Brent has been steeply decreasing, and it is very close to all-time support level. Right? If you can see, there are multiple trades that I open, but I made sure that I'm using just 10x or 20x as a leverage to keep my trade alive. So here is a support line that you can see. Okay, and in this, okay, let me switch it to another account so that you will be able to see this clearly. Okay, I want you to observe this, right? So here, basically, there are two supports level. The very first level of support I have drawn on my screen. One, two, three, four, five, around 5 to 6 levels are there from which the price has basically bounced off. And there is another price level, if you may see. Let me just squeeze my screen. This is another support level. So there are two basically support levels are lying there. So I was reading an article. So the OPEC has right now to increase its demand. What they are doing. So OPEC countries are those countries. These are the Gulf countries who basically sell oil or crude oils to the different regions. So what they did. Uh, so they thought about like restoring the oil supplies or resume the oil supplies that they back in the time were having. Now, because of the same, there is a possibility of huge influx of crude. They are not doing right now, but in the beginning of the next year, there is a high probability that there will be a huge supply in the market for the Brent, and that is one of the reasons the Brent future as well as the Brent has been keep on tumbling itself down because if there is a surplus supply in the market, so we know that the demand will definitely decrease, and therefore this is the ultimate situation where the value of Brent has been keep on decreasing. But right now, Brent is very close to the support level. I honestly think that it is an excellent level. So for all of you guys, if you don't know anything about trading, and this is an excellent opportunity, you can go ahead and open up a trade with the 10x, and you can test this theory in your demo account, right? Use 10x, take a trade in upward direction and hold your position. It's an excellent entry point for the gold to buy and hold position for a very long time using 10x as a multiplier. Just hold your position using 10x on the demo account. We'll see how much profitability we'll be able to make, not today, but in the upcoming weeks further. We can absolutely benefit from this, guys. It's an excellent opportunity, I must say. Okay, so this is the first news. And the second news I wanted to show you is it would be based on the non-farm payroll decisions that we'll be taking. So I want you to have a very closer look on the value of gold. Now the value of gold has been keep on correcting itself. That was the first time when the interest rate decisions, the decisions of US to decrease the interest rate decisions, which basically has increased the surplus demand for the value of gold. Now the value of gold is trending around 2637 level. But if just suppose for an example, the non-farm payroll that we are expecting it to be, if it is been released exactly at 7 o'clock right now, that means within 20 minutes, if the value of gold decreases, and this value would create a very good opportunity for us to be on the buying side, for the buying side. Buy because 2000 every time if you see every round number act as a very good level of support and resistance. It indeed is. So it will be closing to 1000, 2600 level, close to 2600 level, act as a very good level of support. We can take a very small, a stop loss here, execute a trade in upward direction, and voila, you will be having an excellent results on this. So I want you to observe this market carefully. Now, all people have been expecting that the market should react in a way that it should benefit us. Yeah, it will at times, but it is basically up to us how we execute the trade and enter the market and exit the market accordingly. A lot of traders have been expecting for the market to, move the way that they anticipate from it. Let me just reload my screen. Okay. Guys, let me know in the comment section uh, which area do you want to explore more? Is it like the fixed time trading or the forex trading? Because there were a lot of clients back in the time were asking to have a specific conversation specifically uh, uh, with regards to the fundamental analysis, because we know that the technical analysis and fundamental analysis works both amazingly in conjunction with each other, but we have to understand the market that effectively well. And also, guys, let me know in the comment section what's your plan for today's non-farm payroll. How would you be executing your trade based on the non-farm payroll? I think Mr. Gagan has asked one question. Sir, gold is making any pattern. Let's watch the price of gold now. Let's zoom out for 4 hours. Okay, let's do that. So because of the screen is very small. Okay, this is the portrait version. I'm trying to analyze the trend. As I told you guys, 2600 level will act as a very good level of support. It's a very good level of support. So for today, Mr. Gagan, if the value of gold decreases, there's a strong chances for it to be, because I was analyzing the news article. So the unemployment rate, there's a possibility for the unemployment rate to increase by 0.1, that is 4.2%, the existing value. It may be equal or little lesser than that, and I'm expecting it to be equal. 4.2 would be the unemployment rate. But if the non-farm payroll would be close to 2 lakhs, the market will react in a subtle way, not in an amazing way, but in a very subtle way. So if let's think about this possibility. If the USD is on the greener side, so that means it will definitely going to affect gold in the opposite direction. That's for sure. Now, if the value of gold affect in a very in the opposite direction, there is an opportunity for us to open up a trade in upward direction, specifically for gold, holding a very small stop loss, and 50 to 100 x value of multiplier you can select here. It will act in your favor, guys. There's a strong possibility for it to act in your favor. Yeah, that is what our analysis says, Gaganji. Okay, so these are the two patterns. Let's watch out. And another thing. So USD JPY. So I'm telling you all those future trading advices and the market. And yeah, we missed one of the best part. So the Bitcoin crossed $1 lakh. Can you imagine? So the value of Bitcoin, it was on 5th of, as far as I remember, it was on 5th of August or September. It was, I think, on 5th of August, went to around 49,000 level, around, yes, 49,000 level. And within how many months? I think around 5 months. Yeah, within 5 months, 4 to 5 months, if you have invested here, you could be yielding profit more than what you ever imagine about this. Now, as we know that it has broken this level of 1 lakh, which is a psychological level. So therefore, the people at this price basically sell their existing position to make the maximum out of it. And then therefore, this is one of the reason why the Bitcoin again fall down. But as soon as it fall down, the lot of buyers comes into the picture. They bought it at around 92 and the price is trending around 97,000. And yeah, guys, for the better analysis, Olymptrade has increased the value of multiplier. Yep, back in the time, the value of leverage or the multiplier that you used to get, it was around 10. Now the company has appreciated the value of multiplier. So that means even a small variation in the price of Bitcoin can yield you a very high profitability based on the value of multiplier that you select. So yeah, this could also work in your favor. Again, it's an exciting opportunity. The market is filled with all the opportunities here. Go watch all the Bitcoin or the cryptocurrency market. There is some sort of correction is happening. Once it happens, again, it will try to rebound once again. So there's a high chances for Bitcoin to rise once again. That's for that is the strong possibility for it. Okay. So this is the basic market advice that I have given you. I also wanted to show you some more market news. Specifically for this week, this is where we will be focusing our entire attention on Brent and gold. Brent and gold. This could create a very good surplus amount of profit for you, probably in the half an hour, because this is strong chances for USDP to on the positive side. So if it happens, the value of gold decreases and we can execute a buying position on it accordingly. But we'll see. The data can be anything, right? We can just predict the data to be in our favor, but that's not going to happen every time. So we'll be keeping a very close look on it. And yeah, you can let me know in the comment section which trading strategy is working effectively well for you guys. I'll be more than happy to show you the strategies. And let's begin our conversation. So I think there are enough people into the stream. Let's do some live trading. As you know, for today's stream, the name of the stream is live trading on diving strategy. We'll be taking some live trading on the diving strategy. This strategy is basically available to all the advanced and expert status client, right? If you do not have advanced, so what basically status is, you can check your status. You can click on this profile option here, and you will see an expert status written here. So that means I am an expert trader, which gives me the benefit of highest rate of return of around 93% on some of the assets. um, a small value of percentage profit makes a big difference when we are taking the trade. So yeah, it's there. So yeah, you can check the status. Once you have the status, if you have starter status, there is nothing to worry about. uh, what we will be doing, I'll be teaching you how to craft this trading strategy manually. Okay, I think there's a very good level of support line here, isn't it? One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, so let's take a trade in here. Around, I think 1,200 rupees is what we'll do. 1,200. Why it's not increasing? Okay. So yeah, what 1120, and we'll take the time till the stream lasts, right? So we'll do it around 42 minutes an uptrend. This is completely based on the support level. So let's begin our stream, guys. As you know, the name of the stream is live trading on the diving strategy. So for all the traders, this is an initiative taken by Olymptrade to reach a majority of the audience and guide them how easy to make money in the financial market once you know how the financial market really works. Now, in order to understand how financial market really works, there are some basic things that you need to understand. The first thing that as every trader you must know is the candlestick formation. You have to know the candlestick formation. Whether you are a new trader or a beginner trader, it comes down to only one point. You have to know the candlestick formation. To help you out with that, you go on to this help section. In the education channel, you can write down candlestick formation and everything available here. Everything would be available here, right? The Japanese candlestick. Okay, now guys, I also want to have your opinion. What do you think about today's non-farm payroll? Will that be positive or negative? Yeah, I wanted to know what's your thought process? Like, how are you analyzing it? I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. What do you think, guys, about the non-farm payroll? Non-farm payroll is basically a unemployment data which has been released by US once in every week, once in every month. Forgive me about that. On the very first Friday, exactly at 7 p.m. GMT plus 530. This is the Indian Standard Time. You can adjust the time according to your analysis. Okay, so we have taken one trade. I think around 45 minutes. Why? So we call this ratio as 1:2 ratio. So that means if you watch the candle for 30 minutes, you will never take the trade for 30 minutes. You have to take a trade for a little higher than that. So the reason for the same is because the higher time basically sustains the market. It curves the market fluctuations. And once the market fluctuation been highly curved, then taking the trade on the higher duration works effectively for a lot of clients. Some of the clients basically told me that they are making a good amount of profit on the higher time duration rather than the shorter time duration. I basically love taking trades on the higher time duration. Okay. So we'll see at the end of the stream how this trade basically goes. I think around 10 minutes are left for the non-farm payroll to get released. Till the point we can also talk about the strategy. Okay. So for all the new traders, strategy is something that we create to find out a loose entry where there is a higher probability for us to make profit. And guys, let me tell you, the trades that I'm taking on my trading account, this is a small disclaimer from my. So the trades that I'm taking on my trading account are based on my experience that I'm been working here with the company for more than 5 years, right? So copying my trade can certainly, there will be a small delay in the YouTube. So usually while streaming on YouTube, the delay can last anytime between we can say that 30 seconds to more than a minute as well. So while if you try to copy my trade, there is a high probability that your trade can go for the toss. So please be careful and you will be acting at your own discretion. This is an education session. So our objective is to learn as much as possible. I will be taking some live trades in my trading account, and you guys be the person to tell me whether there is a good entry in the market. If there is, I will love to take the trade accordingly. So let's do some live trading. So what you have to do, first of all, you have to visit this A symbol. We call it as technical analysis symbol, right? We click on here, and here we go to strategies option, A symbol. Then in the strategy option, you will see bunch of strategies available. These strategies are specifically curated for all the traders. So for the starter status client, these trading strategies will be absolutely free of cost. There is nothing you need to pay for these strategies. For advanced level traders, you will have also access to few more strategies here. And for expert status, you will have access to all the major strategies which are available in the platform itself. Our team is trying very hard to create these strategies, and these strategies can help you in making a good amount of profit. Okay. So as we know, we go to this A symbol. Once again, let me go ahead with that. A symbol, technical analysis. We went to the strategies option. We scroll it down and we select the timing strategy. We click on the timing strategy, press and enable strategy option, and there is also a YouTube article available how this trading strategy gonna work. We click on enable strategy option and the strategy will be applied automatic. There is not a single thing that you have to change in this situation. Okay, let's try to understand this strategy. So guys, remember this is a very easy strategy, but first of all you need to understand how this trading strategy really works. I think there is a very good entry point, 1 2 3 level entry point. Can I draw a trend line here? I think it is not allowing me for the reduced time. I think I have one risk-free trade. Let me just open it around how much it is. 1 2 3 levels. What's the timing strategy suggesting? Like around 2 minutes. Just taken a portrait. So I'm basically minimizing my risk. Okay, I'm using this risk-free trade. Even if the trade goes into the toss, it will do no harm. This is the risk-free trade. So the risk-free trade has been one of the best features that Olymptrade has introduced. Even if the trade goes into the negative state, the amount will be refunded to you. So we took the trade on 1 2 3 entry point. I basically wanted to join this line, but since we are using the portrait version, it's difficult to join these three lines. I think I need to have a word with the team to, if it is possible for us to draw it, it would be quite convenient for you to watch it as well. So we have taken like around 2 minutes duration. If you look into my trading accounts, I usually go ahead with a little higher time duration rather than focusing myself on the shorter duration. I usually tend to go ahead with a higher time duration so that on the higher time duration, there are higher chances to make profitability. So we call it as 1:2 ratio, watching the candle for 1 minute's duration and taking the trade for around 2 to 3 minutes duration. Okay. So 1 2 3 levels. I think it should recover 1 2 3. Okay. So let's talk about the strategy first. How this trading strategy will work. So I want you to check into this, right? The trade is finally going into the profitable trade. So this blue line is SMA 20 line. Okay. If you'll see, the very first thing that in this situation is SMA 20. If the candles are below this line, it is a downtrend. If the candles are below this line, it's a downtrend. And if the candles are above this line, it's a uptrend. Correct? This is a simple explanation of this SMA. Now, in this situation, what really happens when this SMA line is been broken, that means there is a possibility for a downtrend to happen, right? And this is exactly what we have to see. If the candle is breaking this blue line from top to bottom, that means there is a possibility for a downtrend to start. Acha, Mr. Clash King said your voice is coming from far. Is it audible, sir? I think it should be it should be corrected right now. I hope it should be clear. It might be clear, Mr. Clash King, right now. It has to be cleared right now. I hope you are able to hear my voice. If not, let me know in the comment section. I did corrected it. I think only 4 minutes are remaining for the economic news to get released, and I'm really excited what will be happening into the market right now. Okay, let's find. Let's look into the last trade that we have taken for today. Markets it tends to be very volatile, but yeah, this Asia Composite Index, guys, turned out in our favor. Nice. So we use the trend analysis in this situation. Okay, one, two, three, and at the same time, what we saw a reversal from this. So see, if I have taken the trade for a 1 minute duration, it would have definitely went into the negative state. But taking a trade for a little higher time duration basically build our profitability there. 3 minutes remaining, guys. Give me a moment, please. Let me just remove all these strategies first of all to check market for couple of things, right? I wanted to check gold, how gold reacts, and how the data turns out to be. I have to read the data first and continuously monitoring the example on my another monitor. Let me just check it. So the non-form, I think around 3 minutes are remaining. Okay, okay. We'll watch it when the last couple of minutes are remaining to get a more clarity on that. Yeah, for NFP, let me just sort out the filter. I'm selecting 3 stars here. Good. Only 2 minutes are remaining. What's your hypothesis, guys? Let me know in the comment section. Feel free to comment. Mr. Clash King said it is clear, but I think YouTube is not supporting loud audio right now due to some glitch. Maybe it might be some technical reason, but there is nothing to worry. It's absolutely fine as long as you guys are understanding what I mean to say. This is what I am thinking about. Okay, so let's watch. I really do not want to have this small screen as of now. I wanted to take couple of trades, but the screen size is basically restricting me from trading. Um, okay, we are preparing for NFP to happen, and it will happen any time in a minute from now. Non-farm payroll, we'll see whether we will be able to open up a trade. Because since I'm using the portrait version, it is quite difficult to watch two graphs at a time. I wanted to watch USD. Okay, let's just focus on one asset as of now. I hope it won't start buffering. So 36, 35, 34. Here comes the countdown. Okay, let's start watching the market. My graphic is stucking right now. Just let me see. Economic calendar. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see. Oh, it's a green. It's a green data. Nice, nice, nice. So that means gold has to fall. USD JPY must be falling down. Okay, let's do a thing. All right, all right. Just a second, please. So the data came far better. It's way better. Uh, I wanted to open up a trade on this. It's a very late trade that I have taken. So there is a high probability for USD JPY to rise. I'm just okay. Let's find out. Okay, the profitability started. Nice. Let me close this trade. Correct. 250, 250, 250. What's the market? What's the market for JPY? My graph started glitching out. Good. Just 47 rupees, I think 470. I wanted to take a bigger volume trade, but the graph didn't let us do that, the timing. But I think we made a good profit. Let me reload my screen. Basically, the graph stuck right now. I wanted to take a big amount of trade on gold. So the expectation was very good. We were expecting for the market to rise, and we take the trade on USD JPY accordingly. And right now, let's wait for the gold to decrease, guys, because the gold will decrease right now. It has to decrease because the data is good. The data is good, which basically tends that there is a high probability for it to decrease more. Yeah. So that's how we analyze it, and that's how we made money in it. Okay. Let me just do one thing. So I'll just open a couple of trades here. First of all, on gold, I think on Forex I'll do that. It is taking a lot of time for me. Yeah, the internet is glitch happening right now. Everything is happening in the last second. Okay, okay. So I think we made enough money. Let's go ahead and take the trade of around 1000. And right now I'll hold my position for some period. Okay. So guys, these are the trades that I have taken on Forex. Look into this. So we made around how much? Yeah, 418 on the recovery, 47 here, and again gold is giving us profit. Nice, nice, nice. So this is the non-farm payroll trade that we are taking, guys. Unfortunately, the graph is not showing me that effectively well. Yeah, since because we use the portrait version, so it is absolutely impossible to take an entry exactly at the right moment. But our analysis was good. As I told you, if the value of gold decreases, we will buy gold. It doesn't matter how, but we will buy gold. I watch USD JPY at that moment, and the JP. Forgive me about that. I think because of the lot of fluctuation is happening in the market, my graph is sticking. Let me know in the comment section how your NFP trades is going so far. We ended up making a good amount of profit here. Yeah. Okay. So our analysis was good, guys. We expected if the value of gold decreases, we will buy it. So what really happened in the very first instance, the market started rising because the data was green. So therefore, USD has to correct itself out. To correct itself, what USD did, so USD started moving into the opposite direction, which basically pushed the gold into the negative direction, and that's where we basically execute our trade. So if you look into the why my trades is not showing here? Forgive me about the glitch. It's because of the restricted screen I'm using as of now. Might be one of the reason. If you have got this entry, no, that could have been excellent entry for us. But anyways, I think on Forex we did a good job. A little higher, some would have been more encouraging. But anyways, any profit is a profit. I had a very less time to select multiplier. I wanted to go ahead with 200 multiplier. So profitability would be more than 1000 rupees. Okay, but anyways, we still have a very good position. I went with a very small amount right now, and I think we should be close to the profit margin right now. Yeah. very close to the profit margin. It basically we had a profit margin, but 10 rupees is not the profit that we are expecting. So right now I'm holding a position on gold, and there are very good chances for gold to rise. That is the highest chances which I'm expecting from the gold to be. The fluctuation in gold is very high. What about the price of Brent? Guys, comment in the comment section. What do you feel about the price of Brent right now? Is it increasing or decreasing? Okay, we do not have any confirmation yet. I wanted to open one trade on gold. Unfortunately, my screen is stuck for a moment. Give me a moment. Just a moment, please. I'm correcting it. Yeah. Now you might be able to check my screen. Guys, let me know in the coming session. Is it visible? Yeah. The Zoom is working right now. So yeah, around if we have used a little higher multiplier, let's just suppose 100, but on the safer side, what we did, we took a trade with a very small value of multiplier so that even the market gets a little volatile, we will be able to make a good amount of profit. So that's how the NFP really works. So the non-farm payroll, let me tell you what really has happened. Exactly, if you check it, the graph, it's in a minute duration. It's an amazing thing. It's been showing us amazing results here. We will soon see a good amount of profitability will be start flowing in our trading account. Gold has the highest possibility to rise. So the reason why there is a good possibility for gold to rise is so there is a one of the biggest news will be lined up, right? It's been lined up, and it will create a very huge impact in the financial market. That's for sure, and that is the reason why the market is reacting in such a chaotic way. So our NFP was positive. Let me know in the comment section how was your NFP. So finally NFP turned out in our way, and we able to generate a little sum of profit because of the screen that we are using. But as I told you in the conversation, guys, the gold has the highest probability to rise, and it is rising. So the profitability has went on to around 43, 45 rupees. I think if we have taken a little higher multiplier, that could have been better. I wanted to open around 10,000 rupees, but we able to manage a good amount of profit on JPY. Let's look into the price of JPY right now. What's wrong with JPY? So JPY did decrease, and as soon as the JPY decreased, we see that the data was given. So the market started pulling itself into the upward direction, and that's where we enter into the market. I think because of the portrait version that we are using now, the graph is like getting a little redirected. Anyways, the market will be very volatile right now. Let me know in the comment section how do you feel about the trades that we have taken. We are able to make a non-farm payroll more profitable for us, which is a good sign. Now, even if the market decreases, we left the market, so there is no possibility for us to stay there for a longer time. On one of the asset, what I'm doing, I'm holding a position on gold. Let me just open gold, not on this account, but I think on this account of mine. So here we invested like around $4,000. It's a tether, right? 4,000 tether is what we have invested, and around $200 are still we are in the profitable state. So that's a good amount of profit that we made. As I told you guys, there is a high probability for gold to rise, and gold is rising in an eminent way. It's an amazing profitability that we are able to see it in the gold itself. Okay, so it's not allowing us. What is our profit? I think around 4,300, 4,400, around that much amount of profit. So it's a huge amount of profit for today, especially on Forex, and that too live. So it's a good amount of profit, guys. As in the stream, in the beginning of the stream, you felt that I have told you about the same. There's a good chances for gold to rise, and it's finally been rising. And I'm not worried about the position because still strongly think that gold has the strongest potential to rise. But anyways, I think let it correct a little bit. Shall we close it? Okay, let me just zoom it in. Let me see the little correction is happening here. So USD will decrease now. USD decrease, that means USD has to correct itself. So from 150 level, there is a high possibility for it to rise. Let's do a thing. Let's close this trade. Around $174 will made on this. Nice. Okay. So it's a considerable profit that we made on this. Now what we will do, we'll just select one $400. We'll take like around 100 and a stop loss of around auto close around 30%. I think we have made enough profit for today. 30%. And we'll select just 50 as a multiplier. That's all. I mean, under no conditions our trade will close. That's for sure. Because our stop loss should be below 2600 and it is below zero. Is it? 2600, there are very slim chances for it to be at 2600. So that's fine. So some sort of correction will happen, but the market will rise for sure. There's a high chances for market to rise, and it will rise one way or another. Okay, let's get back to the work for fixed time trading. As you may all know, today is one of the best decisions of our trading. Like we were able to make a good amount of profit. Let's just close this one as well. So we made on gold some sort of profit, on INR account, and so as in the USDT account. On USDT account, I think we made a good amount, generous amount of profit there. It's a good amount of profit that we were able to raise. So let's get back to the fixed time trade. I think our capital has been increased to 90. Yeah, it's a good sign. All right. Okay. So let's do some live trading, guys. As you know, I have a lot of things to share with you, and our trade that we have taken 1,120 rupees by selecting the graph for 30 minutes duration. We selected support level, and it is working in our favor. Now, the name of the strategy would be diving. Let's take some live trades using the diving strategy. Work complete focus was onto the non-farm payroll, and it worked amazingly for us. Let me know in the comment section how was your non-farm payroll. So the name of the strategy that we'll be using, you have to go to this A symbol, technical analysis, then go to strategies option, right? In the strategies, we'll select diving strategy and we click on enable strategy option. The strategy will be enabled automatically. And yeah, here it is. It's an excellent thing that we are watching. So let's find some good trades here. So now the name of the strategy now, if I want to say is that the currency pairs will be very volatile right now. So avoid taking the trades on the currency pairs because the non-farm payroll has recently been released and it is quite been volatile. So I would urge all the traders not to take a huge amount of trades on the same. So okay, so let's talk about the strategy itself here, guys. So there are three kind of signals which will be generated. Now, in order to understand the signals using the timing strategy, if the candle is crossing this blue line from top to bottom, and at the same time, if you will see, this is what we call it as rate of change oscillator. This is selected for the period of 14. If the rate of change oscillator is pointing us in downward direction, and at the same time, the rate of change oscillator, this one is also the rate of change oscillator, but this is selected for period 7. That means it is checking just last 7 candles, and the upper one is checking last 14 candles. So therefore, the signal generation would be higher on the smaller rate of change oscillator. So it will show us as a very quick confirmation. So this one started, it just barely showing us into downward direction. It has started rising into the downward direction. This was a very good sign to take a trade in downward direction. That would be the strategy. So we have taken some trade, I think, on Asia Composite Index is what we have seen. So here, let's just switch the graph to a little higher time duration. So the reason why I have taken a downward trend, so I'll explain it to you here. So here in this situation, see, the candle is below this blue line, which is a trend for down signal. And at the same time, what we can see, this rate of change oscillator is pointing us in downward direction. It has been increased to the maximum level. And at the same time, if you'll see, the rate of change oscillator is also pointing us in downward direction. So all these signals are basically pointing us in downward direction. That is the reason why we took it. But I think the time duration that we have selected should have been little small. But anyways, we have given the highest amount of time for the candle to settle itself down, and I'm very sure that the market, there's a strong possibility for market to follow a down option. Anyways, we have taken a risk-free trades on this. Let's wait for it. Let's find some good signals here. So let me switch the graph to again. Okay. So the D marker is the rate of change oscillator is pointing us upward, and the strength of these candles are pointing us in upward direction. I wanted to see whether do we have a trend line here. One, two, three. Not really. Not really. Cannot do. Oh, from this we can do that. One, two, three levels are there. Okay. Okay. So what we will do, we'll take one trade for around 150 rupees. 510. Yeah, 510. So there is another way to take the trade. So if you'll see, if the asset has reached to the maximum level, if the asset has reached to the maximum level, then it start pushing itself into the upward direction. But we have to see the confirmation from the rate of change oscillator. It should be pointing us in upward direction. It is actually not pointing us right now. Okay. Mr. Syed ji said audio is okay. Thank you very much for the confirmation, Mr. Syed. I hope you like today's session, guys. I wanted to take a lot of trades, but because of the trades that we have taken recently, the one of my favorite trades, and it is quite working in our favor. Like the non-farm payroll finally gave us profit. It's a good amount of profit that we were able to hold, and I'm very happy with the profit that we made. So, but unfortunately, I think because of the restrictions in the size, I wanted to take with a huge amount. But rather than that, we focused on the small. But although on USDT account, I think around close to $200 we made on that. Okay, so let's find the signal. If the red candle is crossing blue line to downward direction, if it is pointing below zero, and if the area is increasing in the downward direction, this been a good sign to take the trade in downward direction. Let's find some more signals. Okay, let me just select 2 minutes duration graph. Okay, some sort of correction is happening. I just saw some sort of correction. Okay, we are little late to open up a trade. So the second way of taking the trade is watching this rate of change oscillator. If it is decreasing and which is pointing us in upward direction, we should be taking a trade in upward direction. This one is also pointing, but right now this level I think will act as a level of resistance. So as soon as it touches this blue line, I wanted to see what sort of color of the candle formed. It will help us to make the decision based on it. Okay, okay, let's wait. It's been increasing, nice. So we are basically waiting for the trend to reverse. So one, two, three, four, five, six. I think if it happens, we'll take a quick trade in here. I'm more curious about the re-entry. I have one more risk-free trade. Let's do that. I have the $50 risk-free trade which I have earned while earning the highly reaching the higher level. So one, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, the candles is reversing. Can you see this, guys? This is what we were anticipating. As soon as the candle reached to this particular level, there's some sort of correction which is happening, although it is pointing us in upward direction. But if you'll see the trend line, it's a complete downtrend. Okay, so it may or may not decrease, but we need a confirmation, right? We need the candle to cross this particular level from top to bottom, and based on that, we will execute our trade. Let's look at our trade that we have taken on crypto now. Yeah, it is still profitable, guys. If you remember, we took the trade in the very beginning of the stream, and it is still profitable. So the trade which we have taken was based on the support and resistance level. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's stream. Forgive me about the technical glitches if it has been happened. It was lovely having conversation with you. I wanted to take some live trade, but unfortunately, not many signals are left right now. I think on gold we can do that, no? Let me see. Close to support level. What's the line suggesting? I think around. Okay, let me see. One, two, three levels, but right now, because of the data was released, the market would be quite fluctuating right now. So it's not very good, and therefore we are just using the RFTs here. If if in this situation the rate of change oscillator which has been decreased and if it points us in upward direction, and here we are already seeing the size of this rate of change is also pointing us in upward direction, and that is the reason why we took the trade in upward direction. Okay, let's wait for the trade. I think there are not many trades are left right now. Can we see some signals in here? No signal in here. Okay, so both of the trades seem profitable. Okay. So yeah, guys, that's the stream from my end. It was lovely having conversation with you, and at the same time, I thoroughly enjoyed live streaming with you guys. Thank you very much for having me. I'll be coming up with the next week with more trading ideas. Unfortunately, I wanted to take a lot of live trades, but the time restrict was there and the non-farm payroll, which is very exciting for us. So yeah, it was also the part of it. So thank you very much for being live with me. It was lovely having conversations with you. We took some live trades in NFP and USD JPY. Gold is also what we have taken some live trades on. So thank you very much for being part of this. If you like today's stream, press the like option, subscribe to Olymptrade, and share it with your friends amongst our fellow traders. Our objective is always been to help each other. That is what that is why we are doing what we are doing. Thank you very much for having me. Let's look into our last trade that we have taken so that it will get a little clarified idea. So the gold is finally profitable. So our decisions of taking the trade at that moment was good. Thank you very much for having me. I wish you all the best. Have a great day ahead and good luck in trading. Thank you very much for having me, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.